6, 7 a.m., 6, probably more, and I'm like doing my best to edit this thing, and I wouldn't be able to finish it, but you'll get my points to somewhat, to some degree. So I hope you find it informative, and yes. So after the multiple tries, I had a conversation with a friend, lasted 2 hours, and we were discussing about the topic of ASPD, and by the way, ADHD we both have, but I needed to edit this. At the end, we just made it as a kind of writing style, so to protect my friend's privacy. But that didn't work out because my computer having some troubles, and now after everything I decided just to read it out. It isn't finished because we spoke a lot, but it might be helpful, educational, or whatever. So first of all, I'd say, so what is ASPD? Antisocial personality disorder, sometimes called sociopathy, is a mental disorder in which person consistently shows no regard for rights and wrong and ignores the rights and the feelings of others. People with antisocial personality disorder tend to antagonize, manipulate, or treat each other harshly, or with callous indifference. They show no guilt or remorse for their behavior. Symptoms. Antisocial personality disorder signs. Symptoms might include disregard for right and wrong, persistent lying or deceit to exploit others, being callous, cynical, and disrespectful of others, using charm to wit to manipulate others for personal gain or personal pleasure, arrogance, a sense of superiority, and being extremely opinionated. Sorry, I'm not native. Recurring problems with the law, including criminal behavior, repeatedly violating the rights of others and through intimidation and dishonesty, impulsivity or failure to plan ahead, hostility, significant irritability, agitation, aggression or violence, lack of empathy for others and lack of remorse about harming others, unnecessary risk-taking or danger behaviors with no regard for the safety of self or other, poor or abusive relationships, failure to consider the negative consequences of the behavior or learn from them, being consistently irresponsible and repeatedly failing to fulfill work or financial obligations. So next is, what is really like for you? All the information within the article is taken from a personal conversation between myself and another, discussing the aspects of ASPD and what it means to us to have this diagnosis and how we live with it. I hope this helps to answer some of your questions you have and dispel some of the stereotypical portrayals that are presented in movies, books, or media. Do you find that you are constantly making plans, even obsessing? aiming for goals, but never complete any or little of them. This is very common. ASPD can affect rationality, affect how you process emotions, empathy, or how you perform functional activities. You find yourself making many plans to end up backtracking and never finish them. This sounds a little bit like ADHD as well. Do you have trouble understanding why people behave in certain ways? With SPD, you need to think it is as a cognitive functioning disorder, almost as inhibitor. For example, when a person without this disorder sees someone crying, they can get upset, but for someone with ASPD, we have a harder time reaching the point where they are at. If the favorite person, parents, siblings dies,